Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to test one, two, test, test. Is that better? Right there? Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2020 Western Stock Show and tonight's event in the Stadium Arena, the Market Swine Grand Champion Drive. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce some people that the show wouldn't happen without. First and foremost, Mr. Paul Andrews, the CEO of the National Western Stock Show, right down here. Yes, thank you. Clint Chitsey, right down here in the blue coat. He is the Vice President of Livestock and Operations. Jennifer Boca, Director of Livestock Operations, right back here. And Brandy Fuller, our Livestock Coordinator, right here in front of me. Yes. Our royalty that's here this evening, I'd like to announce Audrey Kane from Southwest Weld County Fair, Junior Fair and Rodeo, right there. Sheridan Huggins, Rooftop Rodeo Queen for 2025. Madison Montoya, 2025 Responder Relief Rodeo Queen. And Ariana Bethel, Eastern Colorado Roundup 2025 Queen. Also, the interns that are here, if you guys would raise your hands, folks, they work very hard. Couldn't do it without them. Another group, and this is parents, exhibitors. I know you see these people, you walk past them all day long. These people in the black coats that say volunteer on their back, make sure you reach out and shake their hand and tell them thank you, because I'll guarantee you it wouldn't happen without them. They do a lot of work. Thank you very much. Swine superintendents, Cade Hummel, Stephen Lineber, and Dr. Jen Martin, all right down here, yes. We've got both Mark Art and Ron Cunningham over here to my right on the Ethics Committee, right down here. And of course, Dr. Lori and her crew, still suited up. They're the ones that do all the collection for the Grand and Reserves. Not a fun job, but they work hard at it. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to introduce the board of directors that are here. Barth Whitman. There we go, thank you. Brooke Fox. Okay. Guy McIndeffer. There's Guy. And Bruce Wagner carries two hats. He's the chairman of the Junior Livestock Auction Committee. He's also the treasurer for the board of directors. Thank you, Bruce. Now for the rest of the Livestock Auction Committee. Bob Haycoop is the vice chairman. Paul Andrews, I've already introduced, but he's also on the sale committee. Lee Daly. Brett Fox. Seth Grant. Dave Hartell. Mike Harry. Blake Hutchinson. Joe O'Day. Don Thorne. And Matt Wold. And ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure. We have a special guest this evening I'd like to introduce. He's on the Capital campaign, and he's a longtime junior auction buyer, Mr. George Eidsness. Thanks for being here, George. Thanks for all you do, all your support. And he just walked in. I want to introduce Bo Sanders right down here in front of me. He's with WW. He's the one that does all the weighing at all the shows, all the weightbacks, provides all the scales that you can check your weights on. Thanks for being here, Bo. Thanks for all the work that you do. Without further ado, we're going to get started with the introductions. And we're going to start with the Junior Market Swine Showmanship winners. And we're going to start with the juniors and move through the intermediates and then seniors. So your reserve champion junior showman from Ringwood, Oklahoma is Brigham Bunt. Your reserve champion intermediate showman from Richards, Missouri, Rhett Fortner. Your reserve champion senior showman from Acampo, California, Lauren Tadman. And I don't believe Lauren could be with us this evening. Yeah, give her a round of applause anyway. Thank you. Now for our champions. Champion junior showman from Weatherford, Texas, Avery Mabry. Champion intermediate showman from Casa Grande, Arizona, Santos Olivares. And your champion senior showman from New Braunfels, Texas, Helen Dudley. Yeah, once again, big round of applause, folks. That's not an easy task. That's not an easy task. A lot of members out there judging or showing. Now we're going to introduce our market animals. We're going to start with the reserve champions. We'll parade all those out there. They'll come back in, get pinned, and then we'll bring out the champions, and then I'll reintroduce the judge for the day. So our reserve champion, Berkshire, from Republic, Missouri, Campbell Thomas. Our reserve champion, Chester White, from Joaquin, Texas, Eileen Klaus. Our reserve champion, Duroc, from Montrose, Colorado, Rylan Kimball. Our reserve champion, Hampshire, Farmington, Arizona, Harley Mabry. Our reserve champion, Landrace, from Rickman, Tennessee, Braxton Burr. Our reserve champion, OPB, from Riverside, Iowa, Nolan Schott. Our reserve champion, Poland, from Esterville, Iowa, Mara White. Our reserve champion spot from Buffalo, Oklahoma, Zach Wetter. Our reserve champion York from Marietta, Oklahoma, Bexley McGill. And our reserve champion crossbred from Denair, California, Cade Backman. And while we have just a minute, I'm going to I'll reintroduce, but our judge for the day, and if you weren't there, you missed a treat. He did an amazing job going through a great set of market hogs. This is Dr. Clint Schwab, and our co-judge tonight is Crew Schwab. Yeah, go on out there, Crew. Go out there with your dad, yeah. Okay, we're going to repin the reserves and bring out the champions so that Dr. Clint Schwab can select the grand champion market hog for 2025. Gentlemen, ladies and test one, two, there we go. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Technical difficulties. All right, champion Berkshire from Chillicothe, Missouri, Riley Anderson. Champion Chester from Muncie, Indiana, Tyler Hawk. Champion Duroc from Miami, Texas, Gentry Locke. Champion Hampshire from Healdsburg, California, Mackenzie Rigney. Champion Landrace from Center, Texas, Dallas Martinez. Champion OPB from Northwood, Iowa, Abby Beatty. Your champion Poland from Montrose, Colorado, Dally Dahl. Your champion spot from Richards, Missouri, Rhett Forkner. Your champion York from Paso Robles, California, Maddox Rogers. And your champion crossbred from Muncie, Indiana, Alice Hawk. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, give them all another big round of applause. They did a great job today to be here on the green carpet. And now it's my pleasure to turn it over to Dr. Clint Schwab as he selects the Grand and Reserve Grand Champion for 2025.
First of all, let me start by saying this is an honor. These kind of things are obviously a highlight of a guy's career, and when you get a chance to do this, and I've had been blessed to be able to do this twice, working with the kids all the way through the day. But I'm a Colorado kid. I'm a product of the agricultural program and these kind of programs in Colorado. And so to come back and have the opportunity to do this, it's certainly an honor. I've been blessed to have my family come with me and join me here. You saw the little guy wearing the judge's badge as we go through this. And so those kind of memories and those kind of things are truly important to me. And we work through this, and we can all kind of relate to a lot of these types of things. But when you work through these types of scenarios or grow up in these kind of programs, you can very easily reminisce about the things that were the most motivational moments for you or the things that had the biggest impact on you. I know that as I've become older and evolved in my career, my number one job is raising a family. And I don't take this lightly when we get to programs like this. Obviously, the pigs, when you talk about those throughout the day, and we will later on this evening, but it's so much more important to those things. You've probably heard it for 2 weeks now, probably 17 times at least, about the fact that this is the last time we're going to do something like this in Stadium Arena. There are several things that you guys each, I'm sure, can think about as you think about those memorable moments, whether it's in the barn at home, the coaching that you get from your parents, the types of things that you see and witness when you're here at these events, whether you were part of it or not. I'd ask you to do me a favor, bear with me, and just take a couple seconds and think about that moment or the item that probably shaped your career or had the biggest influence on you. If you genuinely went through that in your head, you can probably think about the lessons. You can probably think about the environment you were in, probably remember who was involved, your parents and so forth, but the most important part of all of that is I guarantee you, you remember how it made you feel. Things like this, and when we get into the stadium arena, and we're going to talk a little bit about what it means, but agricultural programs, and particularly in this state, it's these types of things that's what makes raising children and actually raising young adults easier. Got a chance to walk in here this morning and see the new buildings that'll come in the future, and I'm going to say that kudos to this group here for the foresight, for the wherewithal. I know it takes political horsepower, it takes obviously financial funds, but as a product of the state of Colorado and what this means, I'm proud of your foresight and I'm proud of what we've been able to do and transition this and grow the program over time. This is a national show, there's no question about that. You saw the competition here today, and I know that extends into sheep, goats, cattle, all the shows that happen here, but it's programs that are dedicated to grow this state and to be able to make it even more relevant is what makes us all win in the long term. My family still works today in production agriculture in Colorado, and so they know about these types of things, the political shifts, the things that are impacting animal agriculture in the U.S., particularly in Colorado, and it's things like transitioning the National Western Stock Show that helps motivate those things. I would ask all of us, if you would, there's a big transition happening here. I know that this stadium arena means a lot to a lot of us. We've been here more than once. I would ask you to congratulate the state of Colorado, the National Western leadership for what they've done. The next phase is going to be even better than what we've had to this point. Congratulations. The last thing I'm going to do is before we jump into selecting your champion and reserve this evening, is I'm going to remind us all that what we do here in production agriculture, I believe that it comes from and it instills the strongest principles that you can. My family does not work day in and day out in the show livestock industry, but what I do is I'm on the business side of things, and I can tell you that the output from programs like this are more important today than they've ever been, and it's going to continue to grow. And when you're trying to compete in business, at the end of the day, it's a talent game, and it's the kids that come through this type of program that have an edge. Ask you to remind yourself of that. and congratulate yourself for being part of a program like this. Again, it's been an honor. I've enjoyed every single moment of it. I know that when we get done with this, there's going to be some kids that probably will remember how this made them feel, but I hope even back into the barn, the experience that it creates along the way, it hopes create some memories for lots more than that. Again, congratulations to the state of Colorado for the transition from Stadium Arena to the new facility. I firmly believe in this program. I'm really happy to be part of it. Do me a favor one last time. Let's give all of these exhibitors a very well-deserved round of applause. They deserve it. At this point here, we'll fire them back up. I'm going to take a look at them one last time, and we'll congratulate your champion in reserve. Again, thank you very, very much.
Your grand champion, Market Swine for 2025, goes to Alice Hawk from Muncie, Indiana. Your champion crossbred is also your grand champion. Congratulations, Alice. Your reserve champion. Your reserve champion from Chillicothe, Missouri, Riley Anderson with the champion Burke. She used to be our neighbor. She used to be an Eatonite. Former Coloradan. Congratulations, Riley. Dr. Schwab, thank you. Thank you for the respect you showed each and every one of these exhibitors throughout the day and tonight. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your hard work. Thank you. Nine o'clock, Market Steers right here in this arena. 9 o'clock, Market Steers right here in this arena. See you tomorrow. Be careful going home.